Hey you, how was your summer? I hope it was rejuvenating. I hope you had tons of fun. I certainly have. And I am starting to feel the stirrings of creation again. And I just wanted to pop in here and just share a couple things with you. I wrote a post yesterday that I sent out on Facebook, and it got a lot of traction, and I thought, this is striking a chord with people, and I just wanted to pop in here for a few minutes and talk about it, give a little bit more insight, invite you to go check it out. But essentially in the post, I'm talking about the difference between grinding out success and finding that sweet spot of your gifts and capacities and your particular process for creation that is unique to you, that allows you to bring things to fruition with ease. I've been playing around with calling this the QR code. More on this later, but what does QR mean? Do you guys know? Quick response. You're right, quick response. So when we start connecting with our QR code, that sort of perfect combination of, for me, it's a really dynamic combination of being in my magic, being in my wizardry, and bringing that part of me that likes to engage and take action, and bringing that together in a really beautiful harmony. And when sort of the magic meets the power or the active ingredients that bring things to fruition, that's when things actualize very, very quickly. Quick response, right? So, and when you start to really look at, like, how do I create? You stop looking at them and how they create. A lot of times, and I'm really have been guilty of this, is looking at people who appear to be creating on levels that I haven't attained yet. And I go, like, I have to create like them. And it's like, every time I try to create like them, it's like, because I'm not them. And we have to do the work. Well, we don't have to. You can keep grinding. But by taking some time and going within and potentially having support and guidance of where to look to find these capacities, this natural process of creation that we all came with, it's all unique to us. How do we find it and how do we activate it? And these are some of the conversations that I have and am involved in right now. I have a beautiful program coming out this fall that is not released to the public yet, called the Warrior Wizard Lab. But because of the response to this post, I have chosen to do a preview call where I'm exploring, and I'm going to support you guys in finding and at least looking in the direction where you might find your QR code. Now, it's how I look at this is, it's like, when you were little and before you learned to ride a bike, your world was like that big. You could go to the neighbor's house, you could go in your backyard, and if your mom and dad were going somewhere, you could go with them. And when you learned to ride a bike, the whole neighborhood opened up. The grocery store that was a half a mile away is like a whole new world. And that world is open even more, right? And it's like, and then you learn to drive a car, and then all of a sudden, wow, I can do this. I can go here. I didn't see that. And then you learn about airplanes, and then you realize how much more of the world you can access. Finding this QR code is like that. It's like learning to ride a bike, or when you started driving. It actually engages a different world. And I went from the process, I used to mostly use my creativity with my clients and for my clients, and I wasn't using it for my business. And I didn't know how I created my business, and I didn't know where that sweet spot was. And in fact, I didn't want to look. I was so scared that, like, I couldn't do business or something. It was this thing that I blocked for myself for a very long time. When I learned to find how I create my life, how I create things in the world, how I create different things. Like, it just opened up so much. And in fact, by doing that, I opened up a whole new level of coaching as I started coaching lifestyle, and I started coaching business, and I started coaching, my money's increased, my travel increased, taking my programs on the road. All of that opened up because I found my QR code. And truthfully, this is just something about me. I have done the grind, but I'm not good at it, and I'm really too lazy to do it long term. So, like, it motivated me to really look and help others look and find that QR code, that energy, where energy, magic, and action all come together in this beautiful harmony, and you move in the world and bring your goodies in the world in a dance that feels good to you, that's energizing to you, that feels in harmony with your nature. So, next Thursday morning, September 8th, 11:30 Mountain Time, I'm going to do a one-off Zoom where I'm going to help you guys look and find and discover, maybe activate and turn up the awareness of how you create the best. There's a link below, has a few little details. I hope you can join me.